Us, the Monk Janowitz Funeral Home in Big Rapids, and the Janowitz Family's Auto Sales.
There's a man named Pat Curry, he's got a passion for the news. Brings the stories of Big Rapids and across the county to you. Every Tuesday morning, you know just where to go. Tune in to B1039, he's got the scoop, don't you know? Welcome to Curries Corner. Big Rapids and
Mark, but we're just going to fade this part out.
Yeah, I know.
You've heard this
Cool,
before.
Bob. I know it. I'm
You've
sorry.
memorized it.
You love it,
A little
though,
late
Pat.
here. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to jump into something right now. We're going to call John Coles. You got that number I gave you, right? He's the tennis coach here in Big Rapids. Been here for many, many years. Took off for a little bit there and went to Lake Superior for a little bit up there to coach the college, I think, tennis up there. He was a great tennis player himself, but now we're lucky enough to have him at the public schools here coaching tennis. And the reason I want to talk to him this morning is his son Carson, just an exceptionally well, all-around good young man, and he's undefeated this year in tennis. That's pretty hard to do. All right. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Pat.
God bless you for answering the phone this morning. I know you're a busy man, but, you know, I get chills whenever I see something like in the Pioneer this morning, the front page of the athletic sports page there, your son Carson's on there, undefeated, no pressure there, right? But, God's gifted us a lot of good people in Rapids, and you're one of them, John, and you're producing another one there. I know more than one. You have 4 children, right?
Well, thanks, Pat. I got 3 boys, but it's much bigger than Carson. It's a team effort here, and we're rolling as a team, and that's what I'm most excited about.
Yep. Well, all right. Well, let's talk about team. Tell us who you've been playing and some of the standouts. You can talk about them all. Just let's go, John. Go.
Well, what I'm most excited about, Pat, is how the community has decided to support tennis. You know, it's known as a country club sport, unfortunately, and in rural America mostly. But, this town has adapted golf really well.
Yeah.
And now they're supporting tennis. I've developed a great relationship with Art Tetzloff. Do you remember Art?
Real well. He was my hero.
Yep. Good player.
Yeah.
One of the best.
So Art is a guy who read about us in the paper, decided to come out to a match, and is there almost every time now. Wow. And he and I have developed a great relationship. I've learned a lot about his experience playing tennis at Big Rapids High School. And, it's that sort of thing that's really, really been rewarding for me in this process. We had a guy, we played at East Grand Rapids 2 weeks ago, and we had a graduate of Big Rapids High School from the class of 85. And Pat, I don't even know his name, but he came out to watch us, and he enjoyed watching us so much that he then came to our next home match. And, that's important to me. That's important that Big Rapids, an alum, read about us, learned about us, and is now a fan.
His name was Schwartz. He played #1 singles for Big Rapids back in 85, 80.
So how'd you know that, Pete?
Well, my son played with him.
Okay, well that's yeah. Well, I brought up Petey's name. You're absolutely right. Dave Hoskins sent me a text this morning, just telling me how proud he was of the team. I mean, it's I got a text this morning from the Fair State softball coach. I mean, people are taking notice of what we've done the past 3 to 4 years, and I'm just excited about how we've put tennis on the map, not only in Big Rapids. I shouldn't say put it on the map. We brought it back to the map. Obviously, Renee, Pete's daughter, had it rolling in the 90s. Art and Petey Kent had it rolling in the 70s and 80s. It's been around, but to bring it back to the forefront and make it a topic of conversation in this town, that's what excites me the most about this.
John, I think your boy is probably going to be one of the finest tennis players. I think he'll go Division I if he wants. And I watched him play the other day, and he's got the ability. In my mind, he's as good as Murphy Jensen was at the same age. And Murphy won the French Open with his brother, and I think your son has got a lot of potential. A lot of potential, John. He's one of the best I've ever seen.
Well, thanks, Pete. He's put in a lot of work and worked his tail off to get there. What's different now than 25 years ago when I played, and 30 years ago when Petey played, and Murphy and Luke Jensen? It's now dominated by international players. College tennis is now 90, especially at the Division II level, it's 90% international. And like it or not, it's taken away opportunities from our American kids because it's so easy now to recruit international kids off the internet. So Jack Carson could go to maybe a Division I school that's going through a rebuilding phase, but no question about it. 25, 30 years ago, he'd be a big Division I kid. He'd be going to any Division I school in the Midwest.
He's got the size, John, and he's left-handed.
Now.
He's left-handed, and he's got the size. And he's just really good. I'm just telling you. And I've watched a lot of tennis pros. I've watched a lot of it, and I would rank him at his age right there among one of the best.
Compete with Pete?
Yep. I think he'd beat Petey.
Really?
Yeah, I really do.
Wow. Well, if I can say,
that's
John,
kind of you, Pete. He's worked hard, so it's great that he's being recognized for his hard work.
To get to that level, you've got to work, John, 10, 12 hours a day, 5 hours a day. You got to be out in the court constantly. You get blisters on your hand, blisters upon the blisters. And I think you're going to see a big surprise in your son.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, thanks, Pete. And you know tennis. I know that. So that means a lot. I'll pass on those words to him.
Well, don't get him a big head. No, I'll tell you what, John. It's really unique right now. What's going on in our town is that tennis is at the forefront. I can't believe it. I can believe it because you're such a great leader. But it's always been football in the fall, right? And everybody talks about the Lions this morning, and I'm telling you, right there with the Lions, we were talking about tennis. Dan Spadowski, he alluded to the fact that he'd been to a game or two and has really enjoyed it. But it goes right back to determination, and you guys are showing that. And the other thing is, though, unfortunately, but it's the way life is, when you have a winning track record as you do right now up there, people are getting excited about what you're doing for Big Rapids because, nobody wants to get on a wagon that's got a broken wheel, and you guys all got 4 wheels going around there right now. And it's just not Carson, like you say, it's a team effort thing, and they all bought into your program. You've done a great job for Big Rapids, John, and we don't forget that because, like the Coyotes up north of us here, a lot of pride. Well, Big Rapids, you're bringing a lot of pride into tennis right now. Unbelievable how many people are coming in the station and that I see that talk about tennis, what you're doing. Yeah. And the Pioneer did a nice job. The write-up this morning was definitely needed for everybody here in Big Rapids.
Well, John got the whole Hemlock Park with the pickleball courts and the tennis. Yeah. Pat, pickleball courts and tennis courts. When you get really old, they go over to pickleball.
Oh, I understand.
But, John, you have done the new tennis courts. You've been instrumental in so much for the city, and
all right,
and I thank you.
Who did you play last, John? What was the last match?
Well, we were up at Traverse City. We played Traverse City's Division I school, and then we played Glen Lake. Glen Lake is a smaller school, but really, really good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that about this sport, and that's what I'm trying to change here. I grew up playing city rec tennis. I grew up on public courts. I didn't grow up at a country club or, with all the resources that our main opponents have. We're playing against big money schools, and we're competing with them, and we're beating them, and that's what excites me too. I mean, and again, it's happened with golf here in our community. Golf is also known as sort of this white collar country club sport, but it's not here, and that's what I love about Big Rapids and how they love the sport of golf. And I think we can adopt tennis that way. It doesn't have to be a country club sport. It can be played in the parks. And that's why I'm so proud of Hemlock Park, right, Pete?
Yeah, right.
We got people playing tennis down there all the time,
All the time.
and that's how it should be.
You played Petoskey, didn't you, John?
Yeah.
And see, that's something. Petoskey used to be one of the best tennis clubs in the state.
Yeah, no, they are. They're number 7 in the state right now, and we barely lost. We were 6. Pete, you'd understand. I mean, there's over 1,000 tennis points played in a team match, and we only lost by 6.
That's great.
Points out of
That's no, that is
out of
good.
over 1,000.
That is. Now, what is Big Rapids ranked, John?
We're right on the outside. I mean, if they only rank the top 10, but if they rank 12, we'd be 11 or 12. We're knocking on the door. We play number 7, Forest Hills Eastern, next Tuesday. If we can beat them, we'll be in the top 10.
Yeah, you will. You will be. Hey, John, let me ask you, how'd you meet your wife?
On the tennis court, Pete.
And who introduced you? Who introduced you?
The coach at that time was a great tennis coach who also had things rolling, Renee Kent.
And she now is my eye doctor, so great for her because she was the one that got the boys for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you seeing? Well, let's go back to the games, John. Who you got coming up?
Well, this Thursday we host Whitehall.
What time?
4 o'clock. But the big one is next Tuesday, so a week from today at 4:15 versus Forest Hills Eastern. And again, that's one of those sort of, it's a school with money, it's a school with resources, and those are the type of schools I love beating.
Yeah.
We're rural America here, and we're proud of it.
Yeah, I know
And
you are.
there's nothing more than I'd like to go beat those country club kids of Forest Hills Eastern. So that's next Tuesday at 4:15.
At Big Rapids, right?
Yep, right here at home.
Oh, so you got the next 2 games here.
Yep.
And then.
Yep, and then we're on the road. Those are the only 2 we have left at home.
Okay. Gosh darn it, I'm going to try to make them. How about, do you have stands there, John, for spectators to sit in?
Yeah, we got a couple bleachers.
All right. But if a person wants to bring their own chairs, you got
they can
good
do
spots?
that too. Yep,
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. Well, by golly, I hope a lot of people show up. I know Art will be there, like you say, and
Art will be.
yeah.
When is that Forest Hills Northern? Or when are you playing them?
Forest Hills Eastern's next Tuesday.
Tuesday.
So a week from today at 4:15 at our high school courts.
Thank you very much.
Well, we'll put it on the marquee. Let's get some people out there, folks. I'll tell you what, John and his company's done a great job. Now, on doubles, who's playing doubles for you? Who's your first?
Yeah. That's. I'm glad you asked, Pat. So our number 1 doubles team of Noah Schweppenheiser and Braden Pischel, 2 seniors. They're having a great year as well. They're 17-1.
Wow.
And then at 2 doubles, Isaac Wilhelm, who's the son of the Fair State volleyball coach Tia. He's at 2 doubles with Ryder LaCourse.
Oh, yeah.
They're having a great year. At number 3 doubles is Jude Troba and Nick Hogan. And then at 4 doubles is Jake Paquette and Logan Tingley.
Wow. So those guys are all pretty good, obviously. Now, do you have some young kids coming up? Like in tennis, John, help me out a little bit. Does a freshman play on doubles? And I mean, you don't have a JV team, do you?
We usually do have a JV team.
Oh, you do?
We don't this year. We've had one the previous 3 years. We don't have one this year. But yeah, we've got extras sort of that that don't play in varsity but practice with us every day and play sort of exhibition matches. But we've got a middle school team, and we've got a bunch of 7th and 8th graders coming up that will just reload us here in the next couple of years. So we're going to be good for a while. I don't know if we'll be top 10 in the state good, but we'll be very, very competitive with what we've got coming up. We started a middle school team, I don't know, maybe 4 years ago, and the high school kids go down and teach and coach the middle school team. So that's been a great experience for Carson, for Isaac Wilhelm. We've got it rolling. We've got a pipeline coming.
Well, no, of course, my grandkids go to St. Mary's, and I've heard their parents talk to the kids about maybe going out for tennis, looking at tennis, I mean, it's a good game. I know Amanda played it back in the day with Stevie Delaney. They were playing doubles. They did pretty good. But like a proprio kid or a parent's listening right now and wants to get involved, how would they do that? Would they just contact the central office?
We call it a middle school team, Pat, but it's just that age group. It's not affiliated with the school.
Oh.
So like Hinckley, Andrew Hinckley, who goes to St. Mary's, he's been on that team the previous couple of years.
Oh, wow.
And we've had some St. Pete's kids. So we call it a middle school team, but it's not directly related to our middle school. It's just that age group.
Yeah.
But they play after school in the spring at Hemlock Park Courts, and yeah, it's open to anybody sort of 5th through 8th grade.
Boy, the 4 years goes by fast, doesn't it? Seems like Carson was just a freshman starting, and that was your first year, wasn't it, John, 4 years ago?
Yeah. And they posted the job twice after the previous coach got let go, and they posted the job twice. Nobody applied. I didn't want to coach my own son, so I didn't apply. The AD called me, Don Thompson, said, "Hey, John, I've posted this job twice. Nobody's applied. If you don't do it, we're not going to have a team." I said, "All right, Don, well, I'll do it. But I'll do it for a year to see how it goes. Because again, I don't want to coach my kid. I want to be a dad. I don't want to be his coach. That can be tough. That can be tough at the high school level. And I tell you what, it's brought us closer together. It's given us common goals. I am so glad that Don talked me into it, and that I followed through, and it's been a great 4 years with Carson and his buddies. I'm obviously close with his buddies, his teammates, my players, and those kids will be my kids for life. I still keep in touch with the alums that played for me 4 years ago, and I will continue to be in touch with these guys. They're going to be lifelong friends, and hopefully I can be a lifelong mentor to these guys.
You know, John, you coached, though, back in the 80s and 90s with Renee, and you were athletic director.
I'm not that old, Pete. Come on.
When did you did coach with Renee, though, right?
Yeah.
What year was that? 2000?
That was 99.
Well, I said 90s.
2000. Yeah, I know.
You're close. You're right on the tip of the bird.
Yeah, you were.
John, let me ask you a question now, and this might help somebody. You alluded to the fact that you didn't want to coach your son because you wanted to be a dad, but you did. You went ahead and did it. What was it that you did maybe differently than other dads, and maybe could help them out? What did you do to make it such a success and such a successful relationship? Because, like you say, it's pretty tough being a dad and a coach, because now you're. I think we talked about that in your interview a few years ago. What it took to be a successful dad and a coach. Was there a turnaround? Somebody tell you something, or it was just in you, or what was it?
As his coach at practice, I can push him as hard as anybody else. But when I got home, I wanted to put the dad hat on. I didn't want to be his coach at home. That's not fair to him.
Mm-hmm.
And so I realized that he's got to be self-driven. I can't manufacture the drive. I can't manufacture the work ethic. It's got to be something internal to him. And once I figured that out, I've supported him. So when he wants to go practice, as Pete alluded to, it takes a lot more practice to get where he is outside of our normal team practice. And so anytime he wants extra practice, anytime he wants to go work out, I'm there for him. I'll support him. I'll give him the resources to do it. But I didn't manufacture his internal drive to be great. That's on him.
John, you were a college tennis player, and can you still beat him, or does he beat you pretty bad?
Well, I can still beat him when I get in his head, Pete. I can talk enough trash and give him enough junk balls to hang with him. But I'm out of shape, so if the points are long, he's going to beat me.
Was there any similarities between you?
If the points are long, he's going to beat me.
Was there any similarities between you and your dad? Did you ever look back and see what your dad did?
For sure. He's a great role model, and he let me sort of drive the experience. He didn't drive it for me. He never put pressure on me. he just gave me the resources to take it as far as I wanted to go with it. And I think I learned that from him, that, you know, Pat, in this day and age with social media, all the parents want to sort of tout their own kids as their own and sort of live vicariously through their kids' athletic success, and that's just wrong. You know, it's not healthy. It's the kid's success, not yours. So I learned early on that this is his experience, not mine. This is his life, not mine. My middle kid has no interest in tennis, and I'm good with that.
Yeah.
You know, and because I had my time, it's their time now, and whatever they want to pursue, I'm going to support them as long as it's healthy, right? If it's video games and social media that they want to be great at, well, I don't, you know.
You have a problem
might
with
steer
that.
them a different direction, but if it's a healthy choice, I'm gonna do all I can to support them.
Well, your other boy's pretty good. What, basketball or football is it?
Yeah, he plays football, basketball, and baseball.
Yeah,
he's
baseball.
doing okay too.
Yeah. And how about that third one? Is he playing t-ball this year? Did he?
Yeah, he's not. He gets dragged along to all his brother's events, so he's not in any organized sports yet. But we're playing in the backyard every chance we get.
Yeah. Wow, you've done a tremendous job here. You're really enjoying it, aren't you, John? That's what life's all about. You know, I always tell people positive will bring out positivity, and a lot of people, and you're doing that. You know, I always say, why hate? Because what does that solve? Have you ever heard where anybody hates somebody and it solves a problem? Never.
Yeah.
Does it? But boy, if you get out there and win like you're doing, you're bringing this community right up to the height of liking tennis.
You know something, John, if you're quite a role model for these kids, and the other thing is you can talk the talk and walk the walk, but if a kid's good enough, he's going to play. If he's not good enough, he's not going to play. And you as a coach will know if a kid's good enough, if he's got a lot of potential. So I'm very proud to know you. I'm very proud for you to be my friend. And
Does everybody get to play in tennis?
well, if Coach wants
Not
to,
if,
they
not,
can.
not if it counts. They can play exhibition, right? Just for practice, but not. No, everybody doesn't get to play.
So do you have some of those players right now?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, good for them. At least they're sticking it out, right? Trying to get better.
Well, and to your point about positivity, we don't allow vampires on our team. Vampires are those guys who suck the energy, the fun out of the experience.
Yeah.
So if you're going to sit and support, you've got to be energetic and positive and be a cheerleader. And I use the word cheerleader. It's not a negative connotation by any means. We need more cheerleaders in life.
Yeah, we do.
Because, as you said, positivity wins. Positivity wins on the athletic fields and courts, and it wins in life. And I got to teach these kids how to be positive no matter what the circumstances are.
Wow, you're going to stay with it, aren't you, I hope? How many more years do you think you're going to do it, John? I know it's been tough on you. You've dedicated your whole life.
My kids know this. This will be my last year because my kid coming up, who will be a freshman, is not going to play tennis. He's going to play football, and I want to be a dad. I want to support him, and whatever I can do to support him, I'm going to do. And so, no, this is my last year. But
wow, good for you. Well, I don't blame you. I would too. I've been selfish my whole life. I mean, boards. Nope, I don't want to be on a board. People said, why not? And I said, because it's taken away from my horse racing and my kids.
You were, though. You were on the school board.
Oh, yeah, 4 years, and I had enough. But I'm telling you, John, I don't blame you one bit. You know, you're talking probably the most selfish person in Big Rapids. I mean, I've given, but my time is valuable. And I tell you what, I look back at my life, and I only missed one ball game of any of my kids' athletics, sports games, and that was Mike Britton died in '91, and him and I were the best of friends, and I went to his funeral. My son Matt played Sacred Heart in basketball, it was, over in Mount Pleasant, and I'll never forget my dad said, I'll go for you. And so Dad always went anyway, but he went for me that night. But isn't that funny? I remember that one game that I missed, you know, and I'm glad to hear you say that, because you're not going to miss any of those games, you know. And some of my experiences was Adam was a pretty good little basketball player. Matt was too in his own right. But Adam, he was a pretty good rebounder and a
Best
pretty good
rebounder.
scorer. But anyway, every time he scored, he would look in the stands for his dad. He looked right at me, and I was so proud of him. But, you know, how many kids play ball and their dads don't come, you know, and unfortunately some of them can't because of the work schedule or whatever, or they're out of town, but I don't have that. I can go to my grave saying that I was a dad. Maybe not the best dad in the world, but I was there for him, you know, every game. So, and I have great memories, and I know the last 4 years you've had you've made so many great memories, and more importantly, not just for yourself, but for others. You've given time and effort and your experience and your wisdom to others that, like you said, will go down in history with them, and they'll be able to talk about what John Coles did for them. And that, I'll tell you, is the greatest accomplishment a man can make in life. And I applaud you for that. Now, being that said, do you have an assistant? I don't think I've ever asked you.
I've got a couple assistants, 2 guys who played for me, Logan Fuller. You know the Fuller? You guys know the Fuller family?
Yes.
Yep. So Logan is hoping to. Logan's working for his dad right now.
Oh yeah.
In sort of the HVAC.
Right.
And so Logan is hoping to take my job moving forward, and he's going to be great. He'll obviously have to apply once they post the position, but I've been mentoring him in hopes that he can take it over and keep things rolling. So he is an assistant, and then Nate Sanders, who also played for me 4 years ago, who's currently a student at Fair State. He's another assistant.
You know, Big Rapids.
I just got to say, WBZX Big Rapids.
Oh, I'm sorry, John. I'm keeping you too long, too. I promised you I'd keep it to 15 minutes, but I've fibbed before. But, you know, being you have such a successful program like football and basketball, when you're successful, people from out of the area will look at Big Rapids and say, gosh, that's a nice, clean air place to live up there in Big Rapids. Honey, they got great facilities, Big Rapids. They're putting a new parking lot in next to the football field, so we're not overcrunched there. But you expect people maybe from outside the area that is into tennis that possibly could come up here and apply for a teaching job and be a teacher, tennis coach?
Yeah, well, we've hosted many Saturday tournaments in which we use the high school courts and the Hemlock Park courts, and people can't believe how nice our town is once they get away from the high school, drive through downtown to get to Hemlock Park. Once they're at Hemlock Park, wow, they got a great amenities here, great park here. So yeah, we've brought a lot of people to town who have enjoyed it, and I always hear nothing but positives when people are here to watch tennis and make their way through town. So yeah, hopefully we've put it on the map. Hopefully it's a desirable job, simply because of who we are and where the program is right now. So yeah, I'm hoping so, Pat.
Yeah, I mean, just like the lady last week, we had Vocal Lyrica on, and Brenda, I think was her name, and she's only been here 3 years. And I said, what enticed you to come to Big Rapids? She goes, the small little atmosphere of this town is very unique. People are very friendly. She goes, where I came from, people would look at you, but they wouldn't say hello or greet you in any manner. Here, everybody smiles at you, and, you know, just it is a nice little town, and we're all in it as one, and we've all put our part in it to make it that way. So I'm very proud of everybody that I know, and like I say, it goes back to what's going on in the world today. You look at, if you watch TV, there's so much negativity and so much hatred going on. And just recently what happened with the Charlie Kirk thing there, unfortunate death there. And it's bringing people together, though. I mean, you're finding out who the true patriots are out there, that's for sure. But anyway, I'm sure you want to get off this. Anything else would you like to leave with us, John, on this, the finish off? How many games you got left, and tournament play, where's that at, if people are interested in it? And what website can they get on to see where your next games are?
You know, our schedule's on the school website, but also MHSAA. They can find our schedule. But no, I'll just leave you with a thank you. Thanks to you guys for talking about tennis. Thanks to you guys for bringing on Jaquel and Isaac last week. and thanks to the community for just supporting us, and most importantly, the kids. At the end of the day, it's all about the kids, and whether it's a good luck or congratulations that they hear passing through a gas station or a fast food place, wherever my kids are seen, we just appreciate the support. So thank you to everybody listening for talking about us.
Well, I tell you, I've met a lot of people through that gas station. I'm not there anymore as much at all, but I've really enjoyed the young people that you've coached. A lot of those tennis players have been in the store there, and Carson, forever I'll be grateful to have met him, because I tell you, John, you and Emily have done a wonderful, wonderful job raising your kids, and maybe you ought to write a little short form book on how to raise your kids, because you've done a great job. And one thing Carson has that I really enjoy is those smiling eyes. When he comes in, I always ask him how it went in tennis or whatever is going on, and he's got them smiling eyes. He's just a very, very good young man. So thanks for producing another great American, that's for sure.
And you think the tennis program is in good hands with Logan moving forward?
Oh, here goes the president of the school board looking for a coach.
No. I'm just saying you got your successor.
He loves the game, and he's a townie, right? He's not going anywhere. He's going to be here a while. He wants to continue to build it. I think it will be in good hands with him, and he's good energy. He's got the positivity trait as well. He's young, but that's okay. Youthful energy is good. Pete, I think it's in very good hands.
Good. I'd be for him then. If you are, I would be.
Yep.
Oh, there you go. Pete Kent, right there from the school board. All right.
Well, thanks, guys.
God bless you.
Thanks,
John.
I got to get
Safe
to work.
travel. Go Bulldogs.
Cardinals.
Go Cardinals.
Too.
I had to throw Bulldogs. He's going down to Grand Valley. Well, that was John Coles, tennis coach for the last, 4 years?
Yeah.
God bless him.
And he knows tennis. He played college tennis. He's got the ability to really do a fantastic job, which he's done. But, he could go anywhere to coach. He could be coaching in college right now if he wanted.
Schnapps is good with coffee, Bob. Do you drink much, Bob?
Drink what?
Coffee was good this morning.
Do you drink alcohol at all? Not very much. What do you smoke? What's your vices? What's your vices?
Sleep. Sleep's good.
That being said, this past Saturday night, there was a private party for a gentleman here in town. He turned 50 years old. He's lived a modest life, but typical Big Rapids guy. That place you couldn't get any more in there at Zot's Bar Saturday night. I was going to call the fire marshal to see if we were having too many people in there, get some of them out of there, because I kind of wanted everybody to listen to me when I spoke. They spoke over me, which hurt my feelings. So I would just have another beer, finished off the Crown and Water. But Doug and Roxanne and whoever else was involved with the birthday party for this gentleman. I don't know if I can say his name. It would incriminate me or whatever. But can I say it? I don't know. But anyway, Don Trump there, he was in town for his 50th birthday. Oh, no, it wasn't Donald Trump. It was George Geib. Those two remind me a lot alike. They're big boys. But George had a lot of friends, a lot more than I thought. I thought I was one of his only ones. And Todd Eichler there, he was there. He's a good friend of George. And then Jake and Doug and myself and Kim Wells was there, the ladies' man. And he was the ladies' man that night. He, like a pile of flies were all around him, and he had his great, good-looking clothes on that he always wears, nice clothes. But I know I'm boring you guys with it. But my whole thing is, it really brought people together that night. And I dare say there was any arguments. I didn't see any at all. Nobody talked politics. Nobody talked religion. They talked about the days of old. They talked about what's going on with their lives. I saw the Cooper boys. I don't know if you remember them. Those guys played hockey here in Big Rapids. And I asked them about their mother. I loved her to death. She was just Jenny was just a great person here in Big Rapids. She used to work with the hockey program with Paulette DeVries and Barb Britton, and she's going through some mental problems with the dementia thing going on. And I think it was David that I talked to both of them, but we enjoyed talking about her. I mean, she was a big part of Big Rapids for a long time with the hockey there. Like I said, and I think the 90s they played. But everybody just talked about what was going on with their mom and dads, if they're still alive, or appreciation of what they had in Big Rapids. And not one said that they didn't love growing up in Big Rapids. They all said it was a great experience. Unfortunately, a lot of them had to leave because, they wanted to.
They got wives.
Yeah, they got wives in different lives. But anyway, it was a great time. I wanted to thank Zot's Bar and Grill there. They had some of the old-time bartenders back for that night for George. And nothing greater in life than putting a smile on a face. And George had a smile on his face all night long because it was all about him.
Yeah.
Turned 50 years old. It was all about him that night. And I dare say I don't think you'd get two other people in there. If anybody would have had a little gas in there, I think they
would have died.
Would have probably, it would have been bad. But I think of such morbid thoughts. But anyway, no part of hate in there.
I want to just say hi to Jeannie Fribley, which I always do. She's out at the lake.
Yeah.
And I'd like to, I think Chippewa Lake, and I would like to say hi. Randy Vetter's dad is in hospice, and I would just like to say a prayer and have people say prayers for Randy Vetter's dad. He's 94 years old.
Yeah.
And the other person I'd like to say hi to, the one, Terry Postma, has got a little bad of a problem with his heart, I think.
Wow.
And like I say, he has a vacuum center. Yeah. And I would also like to just, God bless everybody, and it's just, we got to keep a good, positive thought.
Yeah, that's right. No hate, right, Pete? All
right,
love.
no hate.
Love.
Love.
Let's take a break. Let's take a break and thank these great sponsors all the way down from Pennzoil, Wenger Insurance, Gilbert Carpet, DW2, Barreton's Firearms and Training, Janowitz.
Yep.
I got it right this time.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, Alec was in today. He's coaching our baseball team.
Okay.
And I introduced him to Bill Shibley, and the reason have it is Bill's grandson, pretty good baseball player, so he'll be coming up next year in Cardinal Helm.
All right.
All right. Take a break, Bobby. Thank you.
When the time comes to say goodbye, you need a funeral home that understands your family's needs. The Monk Janowitz Funeral Home in Big Rapids and the Janowitz Family Funeral Home in Remus have been a trusted part of this community for generations. They do take care of every family like their own, and they hear it time and time again.
My name is Christina Beers. I would say there's lots of funeral homes in the area, but there's only a small few that can do it with class and with quality and with that personal touch and care. And I would put Janowitz Family Funeral Home at the very top of that list.
Let them help guide you through a challenging time with care, respect, and compassion. The Monk Janowitz Funeral Home in Big Rapids and the Janowitz Family Funeral Home in Remus. Local, professional, and here for you when it matters most.
Ada's Calibration and Glass is still open for business and running at full capacity. Same location, different building. Sometimes crossing paths with a flying stone is inevitable. But whether you have a small chip that's quick attention or a windshield that's beyond saving, Michigan Ada's Calibration and Glass is there to help. If your vehicle has been in an accident and you're working with insurance, they'll handle the entire process from start to finish. From windshields to back glass and even power windows, they'll see you through it. Pun intended. Save time and skip the dealership with Michigan Ada's Calibration and Glass. Same location as JR Customs and Collision, just north of 19 Mile in Big Rapids. Ada's Calibration and Glass is still open for business and running at full capacity. Same location, different building.
Where do you go for Michigan's #1 concealed pistol license course? The same place thousands of Michigan residents have over the past 15 years, the Barreton Firearms Training Center. The BFTC conducts state-certified CPL courses right here locally inside the Barreton Conservation Club at 3444 18 Mile Road in Barreton. For just $99, all you need to bring us is your Michigan ID to these all-inclusive one-day CPL courses, which include the use of firearms, ammo, eye and ear protection, coffee and donuts in the morning, and lunch at noon. That's right. Just $99 gets you everything needed to take the police department instructed course that includes the training necessary to safely load, unload, handle, and store your firearm. Students will also be trained on when it is legal to defend themselves with a firearm under Michigan's Stand Your Ground law and Castle Doctrine. Call 231-250-7257 or go online at michigancpltraining.com to register for one of their upcoming $99 all-inclusive CPL courses. Get armed, get trained at the Barrett Firearms Training Center.
Hi, this is Pat Curry. When I think of drywall, there's only one guy in town that I think of, and that's Dale at 231-679-0475. If you want a great job done in your house, whatever you need, drywalling, call Dale. Dale and Frank will do a great job for you. Great pair of Americans. DW2 Drywall. Give them a call at 231-679-0475. Remember, DW2 Drywall.
Pennzoil in Big Rapids is your quick-stop shop for oil changes and so much more. With certified techs and 35 years experience, they'll have you in and out in a flash, and a free car wash with every service. And don't forget about tires. As quickly as the seasons change in Michigan, it's easy to lose your grip. Luckily, Pennzoil in Big Rapids has the tires you need to dominate all seasons in Michigan. Big tires, fast tires, grippy tires, sleek tires. Go see Zach Wells at Big Rapids Pennzoil today. He'll get you back on the road and ready to roll. That's Big Rapids Pennzoil, located at 710 North State Street, or give them a call at 231-796-4730.
I'm Seth Wenger from Wenger Insurance. For more than 100 years, we've been providing professional service and competitive insurance to West Michigan. Come visit us on Perry Street in Big Rapids or give us a call at 796-0778. We're here for you now, and we'll be here when you need us most. 796-0778.
Gilbert's Carpex Plus, color time. Stop and shop with us for a while.
Looking to refresh your home? Gilbert's Carpets Plus Color Tile on Northland Drive in Big Rapids, just south of the campus, has everything you need. They're experts in flooring and window treatments, but did you know they also specialize in beautiful countertops? Whether you're remodeling your kitchen or bathroom, their great selection of colors and styles will help you create the perfect look. Visit Gilbert's Carpets Plus Color Tile, your one-stop shop for floors, window treatments, and countertops. Stop in today and make your home
Gilbert's Carpex Plus, color time. Stop and shop with us for a while. Gilbert's is there for you.
Paris Auto Sales is your used car center of Big Rapids. Now with 2 locations to better serve you. We know you're a hardworking individual and you need that 3/4 ton because you never know when you'll have to haul a grand piano. And for those families that keep on growing, you're going to need that 3rd row so that your little ones can store their leftover french fries between the cushions. We've got that sport utility vehicle that's ready for the job. Paris Auto Sales, your used car center of Big Rapids.
Hooked at Curry.
Hey, I want to tell you something. Their sandwiches are incredible. But get the cheeseburger with caramelized onions. You won't ask where the beef is.
Where's the beef, Pete?
I don't really know, but it's in the sandwich,
There
and
you
I'm
go.
going to tell you, they're the best. But you know what? I would like to thank Stonehouse Vineyards. They had an anniversary here. I think it was the 3rd birthday. But you know what a nice community we are, area we are. They had a lot of people out there picking drapes because they asked for the call to help. And a lot of people went out there and maybe drank a little wine, but they helped pick a lot of grapes, red grapes, white grapes, and it was a great day. And I'm sure Kathy, the person she is, would feed them very, very good. And I don't know if Jen was out there or not, but a lot of people, and they did a great job.
Yeah, it's a nice place. If you haven't been there, go on out. They have the food.
Oh, yeah. They got the chef, Billy.
Billy, yep.
And
Billy Abbott,
Billy
yep.
had a business in town at one time, a barbecue place.
Yep.
And the location was questionable, but he's gone out to Stonehouse Vineyards, and he's become a chef. And it's probably the best steak I've ever had.
Nice.
And it was the food. The food is incredible. Everything he makes. And he comes out to greet the customers and say, hey, how was your meal? And what would you like to see different? And he was incredible.
Nice.
So it's really a nice thing, and congratulations.
Inside, outside, you can hang out on the
inside
patio.
and outside.
Yeah.
You've been out there, Bob,
Yeah.
a lot of times. Yeah. So has Mary Ann. She's been out there drinking a little wine.
Marianne is our videographer here. You know,
and here comes
she
your
doesn't
host.
say much, kind of
Here
quiet
comes
and shy.
the man that breaks the hearts.
Yeah, we had,
and fantastic person. And I'd like to introduce you to Pat Curry.
There, thank you, Pete. What a nice introduction. Friday afternoon, we had a 18 race program at Mecosta County Fair, and Aaron Colley spoke to me about maybe having a memorial for Erica, the poor girl that was stabbed in the subway, and honor her, and then Charlie Kirk Memorial blankets. I thought that was pretty nice, Aaron. I think that speaks for a lot of young Americans that he touched. I mean, us old guys, you know, a lot of us didn't really know him that well. I've watched him the last probably year now because I mean he was getting recognized. And again, I talked to young people, and they were looking for someone like that. You know, white America has been really put down on what a lot of our forefathers back in the 17th.
76.
Yeah.
Or whatever it was.
Whatever, yeah. But if you look at the people that produce entrepreneurs, good people, these young people are out there. They needed a voice. Charlie Kirk did that for them. Like Aaron Colley, 40 years old, and maybe not quite. He honored and respected him that much to go to Mecosta County Fair and say, is it okay if we put a memorial on for him? Of course it is. We put a memorial on for anybody. And the backlash wasn't too bad, but you're still going to have that few people that disagreed with that. And that's okay. That's okay. But to hate somebody for acknowledging somebody that touched their lives, that's not okay. You know, I mean, if you don't like somebody or their values or morals or whatever, that's okay. But don't discredit that person for someone that does agree with him. But he was speaking out, and you know, and I watched some of his debates. I really didn't see the anti-Christianity that they say he was, or a racist person that he says he was. They say he was. I didn't see any of that, but maybe I was blinded. I don't know. Maybe I didn't want to see it, Bob. You know, I mean, if I'm making a mistake here, I would like to have somebody call in right now and tell me why I'm wrong. But he believed in Jesus Christ, as a lot of us do, and he brought that forefront. And the dialogue that he had with these college students, you ever see anybody else do that? I mean, he let them speak, didn't he, Pete?
Yeah.
Bob, didn't he? You know, the purple hair people got up there. He didn't belittle them. The black people got up there and voiced their concerns on the...
Americans could voice their concerns. Yeah, it wasn't any race. It was Americans.
Well, no, there was. Let's admit it. I mean, but he was never a racist. He never condemned anybody. He tried to say, no, we're all one.
If he's bad, Pat, he wouldn't have filled up a football stadium, a pro football stadium, and had people waiting outside on the jumbotrons to listen to him. So.
Right. But, you know, I think what it really boils down to, they're not happy because you are happy. We have that division going on, even in our own town.
Jealousy.
Well, no, but if I say I like Pete Kent, they don't even know you, but because they're mad at me and they have hate for me, they won't like you, right, Bob? Am I right?
Yeah, that's true.
Chime in a little bit, Bob. You nodding your head there. I'd like to have you chime in. But anyway, hate has never solved anything, has it, Pete?
No, it hasn't.
Never. But love has.
Yeah.
Love has, hasn't it?
It's better to be nice than it is to be bad. If you got to say something about someone, don't say it.
My dad was good about that. Yeah.
Don't say anything bad.
But I got some texts from people that disagree with me, and all I can say is that I'm sorry that I've offended your thoughts. But I would love to sit down with coffee with you and talk about your thoughts and why you disagree with me. I don't have a problem with that. And whatever comes out of it, comes out of it. But rest assured, I never lose sleep over anybody that disagrees with me.
Well, it's an opinion. You have your opinion. Other people have their opinions.
Right.
And it's better to, like, we don't agree on some things, not a lot of things, but some things. But we still talk it out, and we're still best of friends.
Yeah.
And I think that's the way everybody's got to be.
Yeah.
Don't get on Facebook and do a lot of slander.
Oh, yeah.
And I've had that happen to me, too.
Well, just recently, down south and west of here, the brewery guy got on there and condemned Charlie Kirk. Well, why would you do that?
We should.
What good did that do that guy? All it does is boycott his business, and maybe some people will say, no, I'm going to go to him because I agree with him. That's okay too, but why do you have that hate? Why do you hate somebody that just wants to express his opinion and ask you why you disagree with him or whatever? He never belittled anybody that I see.
Beautiful family, beautiful wife. She was very learned.
Oh,
she had a doctor's degree, I think. And she got up and spoke for Charlie, and it made me cry.
Yeah.
The things she said, I wish my wife thought as much of me as she thought of Charlie. Yeah. And it's very rewarding to see a woman that much in love with everybody.
Yeah. What did you think of, now that we're on this subject, what did you think of Donald Trump, our president's speech? What was your thoughts on that?
Well, I think that he was, Charlie was a big Trump supporter, and he always saw the good in people, not the bad. Mm-hmm. So I think what Charlie did, Trump doesn't say everything right, but probably says 80% right and 20% wrong, but that's okay. He's president of the United States. He can voice his opinion. Now, in 3 or 4 years when he's out, okay. But he's president of the United States, and you've got to respect his opinion.
Could you ever, in your lifetime, ever wish anyone dead?
Never. Never.
But they are. Did you see some of the things said about, well, he's next. You got to get rid of him too.
Sure.
And then,
well, he's already had a bunch of assassinations against him at the golf course and when he was speaking, and they're trying to get rid of him right now.
But isn't that amazing? And the other thing, the issue is going on in America today, and I know it's not good to talk politics on a talk show, but we don't have a talk show, Bob. This is just a gas station.
Chit-chatting with each other.
But what's going on in the world, these other flags from other countries, why in the hell did they come here? If they want to fly their flag, go back to their hometown, fly it. I don't have a problem with them doing that, but right in Dearborn, Michigan?
Well, that's because the ethnic group lives there. And
but I mean, why do they live there if they don't like America?
Well, they're against it. I think probably have some bitter feelings because Palestine's been bombed with Israel, and we've aligned with Israel, and Israel is.
But why would you? You're older. You've been around a long time. Give me your little answer here. Why would somebody come to America that doesn't like America?
Well, they shouldn't. They should
go
back.
Why? You know my reason. My answer to that is
that?
To destroy it.
That's right. It could be.
Yeah. That's the only motive I can think of is because do you agree with this, Bob?
I'm not going to say.
Okay, that's good.
He
Bob?
can't have.
I'm the happy. Yeah, I can't have an opinion.
Well, can't have an opinion.
But anyway,
I'm the
just wanna read
happy-go-lucky morning show host. That's it.
I want to read this. This was written actually by my wife, and I was going to read it at the fair that day, but I had Father Jagger took too much of my time up on his memorial to Charlie. Were you there, Marianne? Father Jagger from the Catholic Church was there. I asked Father Ross, too, to come from Resurrection Life. I think the world of him. I think he's a great preacher here in town. But unfortunately, he was at a conference this last week. So I'd like to have him there, too, along with Father Jagger. I think those two young fellows are pretty good people. But Father Jagger did a wonderful memorial in front of a not as big a crowd as I'd like, but it was on a Friday afternoon, and the Bulldog football game was the next day, and you had Cardinal football that night. Yeah. You know, there was a lot of things going on, but there was a nice little crowd, and I thought the Pioneer did a nice job with their write-up on it. I wanted to thank Darren and company down there for that. It was very positive. But, yeah, so here we go. I was going to read this on his Memorial Day, and hopefully it doesn't take too long. We gather today to honor the life of Charlie Kirk. Many of us knew him in the roles we hold closest to our hearts, as a husband, a father, a son, a brother, and a friend. Those roles defined his relationships here on earth, but they were only the beginning of who Charlie truly was. Charlie was an author, an entrepreneur, a leader, and a man of great intellect. He had a gift for debate, for speaking with clarity and conviction, and for leading others with courage. Yet beyond his accomplishments and talents, there was one truth that shaped his entire life. Charlie, first and foremost, a follower of Christ. His faith stood above everything else, and his family stood close behind. Charlie believed deeply that he was placed on this earth for a purpose. To many, he was more than a leader. He was a messenger, a vessel of God's word. He never hid his faith. He wore it openly, and he shared it freely. When Charlie spoke, it was almost always with scripture on his lips, drawing connections between God's word and the world around us. Because of that, his impact has been profound. Millions of young people have turned their lives toward God because of his words and his witness. Millions more have been inspired to live boldly, faithfully, and without fear. His legacy will not fade, it will live on, growing and flourishing in the lives of all he has touched. We often ask why God calls some of his children home so soon. Charlie was only 31 years old, but I believe the answer lies in this. Charlie completed his mission. He touched lives beyond what most of us could imagine, and the Lord was ready for him to prepare a place in heaven for those who will follow. Those who are afraid, Charlie will be there to welcome them, to guide them, and to lead them into the presence of the Lord. Though his time with us feels too short, Charlie's work carries on through us. His light continues to shine. His mission is not over. It lives in every soul he has inspired. And so as we say goodbye, we also say thank you. Thank you, Charlie, for the life you lived, for the faith you shared, and for the love you gave. Until we meet again, well done, good and faithful servant.
Yeah, very good, Pat.
Yeah,
very true.
I have
very
to thank
true.
my wife, Penny. She's just one great human being, a great grandmother, great wife, great friend, and I asked her to help me write that, and she did. And, there's just a lot of people that he has touched, and I'm one of them, and I'm not going to lay down. I think America has to stand up for our values, right, Pete?
I believe
right?
so, yes. I believe
Yep,
so.
and the Constitution, and I know we're going to have debates here. I, in the back of my head, I'm thinking of these critics out there going, Pat. But I'm sorry, friends. I love you all out there, even the ones that hate me, that are upset with me at times. But I pray for you, and I know some of you question my Christianity. God only knows. You don't, right, Pete?
I do.
Well, nobody knows.
No, I know.
Do they, Bob?
I know. Yeah, no, I know.
But let's have fun here. Let's tell a joke. I told my wife the other night that she's always been number one to me. The rest of the girls I dated were 8 and 9s.
Yeah. They were all 10.
Did you get a kick out of that?
No. I never dated in high school, really.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I didn't date till I got
what'd
back.
you do? Go with your boyfriends?
No. I went to my class reunion, and one of the girls said, "Well, why didn't you ever attempt to date me?" And I said, "Well, you were dating older guys who had cars. I was riding a bike." So
You talked about being in a circle with your friends, your guy friends. Did you play dice with them, or
played dice, craps. Yeah. We played poker. We did everything. Yeah.
You've been quite the gambler.
Oh yeah. I love to gamble. But
How about stock market? Let's talk about that.
I play the stock market too. But one thing I was thinking about, one young man I think in town is about 31. Now he's not. Believe me, I'm not insinuating anything.
Right.
But his name's Chris Long. He came to town, didn't know anybody, did not know a soul. He went with Pat and I to pick up some T-shirts one day, and
hey, don't put me in this.
And brought us lunch.
Don't put me in this.
But I think that a man, he came, and right now at 31, he is. vice chair of the Republican Party for the state of Michigan, and he is really a good friend of mine. Now, I don't know about politics. I don't care about politics.
Oh, you do too.
I like him because he is just a great young man, and he comes out the house and we have a steak or two.
Oh, talking about steaks, did you get Randy Vetters?
I don't even remember betting that steak, but I guess I owe him something. I'm going to probably try to get him something, maybe a hamburger steak or something. But yeah. But and prayers for Randy Vetter's dad. Honest to goodness,
Don,
he's down there today.
Great guy, Yankee Springs.
Oh yeah, and his wife Shirley is a parapro out at the virtual school, and she's one of the first people I met when I got on the board, and she's incredible. I don't know how she married Randy. She is incredible. So I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, they're a nice family.
Yeah, good family.
Yeah.
Her son's a U.S. Marshal.
Oh, you're not supposed to tell that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Can you omit that from the broadcast? That his son's a U.S. Marshal?
You can't say that?
No, you're not supposed to because he's
don't say anything now. Okay, so we just don't say a word.
Big boy, that boy.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't want to mess with him.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, I asked Fred Gunther if he would like to be with us today, and he said he would, but he had another commitment. You know, I don't ask too many people prior to the show. I usually ask them a half hour before. But Fred said he'd be on next week. But I got a special guest, I think, coming next week. I was with him and his girlfriend this last weekend, and this guy has quite a story on his life, how it started, of course, what he went through, what made him who he is today, and it's pretty neat life story. So I'm going to bring him on next week if he'll come on.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I'm not going to say his name right now because I'm going to let that be a secret. But it's really life stories are really interesting, aren't they? There's a lot of them out there.
Well, I was born in Shanghai, China. I was premature, and as the Japanese were bombing Shanghai, I was kept warm. My incubator was kept warm by candles. Wow. And so we had to evacuate. My dad was in the Flying Tigers, and he got shot down and killed when I was 3 years old.
Wow.
But he was a very learned man, very good athlete, and a very good speaker. And I just wish I could live up to half of what he's done in his life.
Yeah, well, you know, this guy's going to come on, and I don't think I'm going to introduce him until the end of the show.
Yeah, don't even introduce him. Make it a surprise.
What he accomplished and where he went in life, it's really interesting. It's going to be an interesting story if I can get him on. Now, he said him and his girlfriend were with us after the harness program there Friday at the house there at the fire, and he was telling me about it, and I was just amazed. So, you know, it's going to be an interesting show for sure.
Tell me the end of the show who he was. I won't say anything.
But how about your dad? Where did he grow up at?
Louisiana, Kentwood, Louisiana. It was named after my great-great-grandparents. And Claire Lamont Chenault was a friend of his, also from Louisiana.
Oh, yeah.
And they went over as soldiers of fortune to Shanghai. My mother's dad was the third largest insurance man in the world. And they met at Kentwood. They're famous for their water and their bricks. But the one singer, who's the one, not Jessica Simpson, but the other one, who's the other blonde-haired singer that's very popular? You don't know. But her sister sings now too. She's nationally. She's always in the news, Hollywood news. Not Jessica Simpson, but it's.
Was it Jessica Simpson?
I just said I don't think it was
Carrie
Jessica.
Underwood. I don't know.
No,
but
you know who it is.
She sings all these things, and she was.
These things.
She was. Her sister also sings, but
the Judds.
No, not the
McBride.
No, from Louisiana.
Chris Long.
Okay, there you go.
I got a line, you got to pull, honey. I love that song. I got a line, you got to pull. I sang that to my little Knox the other day. I picked him up at school with the tractor. He wanted me to pick him up with that. Boy, did I get looks there. But anyway, I was singing that song, and little guy sat there in his little chair and he goes, I got a line, you got a pool, honey. He starts singing it. They're a little brilliant little kid. He's only 4 years old.
Who's that? Owen, not Owen.
No, Knox, yeah.
Well, Owen is my little man.
Well, he was playing football now, and Jack started it.
And Jack's also.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Big Rapids has got a great program going right now, folks, but in the next 10 years, you're going to see some really good ball players. Not that we haven't right now, but it's going to be a tradition of
we
Big
start
Rapids.
them up young
Well,
to
I
learn
hope they
how
don't
to play.
get
Good
burned
coaching.
out.
Good
I hope they
coaching.
don't get burned out or hurt.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to tell you, they played down to Tri-County, both my grandsons there, and they both won. They got some, that Jack Langell, I don't know what grade he's in. I'd say 6th maybe. I think it's 5th, 6th grade or 6th, 7th. Jack Langell, he's going to be a star someday.
His dad's our principal over at Brookside, Ken Langell, I think. I think, now maybe I'm wrong, but I think.
You're wrong. But you might be right. He's a good ball player. And then Reese Dukes, he's really good.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'd say
Yeah,
Jack's right in there with him, but not quite.
Watch
he's a
Owen.
Curry.
Watch out for Owen when he gets.
Well, so Owen got to run the ball the other day, and
got a touchdown.
he says to me afterwards, he goes, Papa, did you see me run the ball? I said, oh, yeah. He goes, boy, I juked those first two, didn't I? I said, oh, you sure did. He goes, but that third one, he hit me like a missile. He said he hit me like a missile. But I just pray none of them never get hurt, because there's a couple of them walked off there a little bit sore. But Tri-County's got a great program, too. And we beat them, I think it was 44-32, but they, in their own right, they're going to be pretty good, too.
Yeah.
But the Cardinals, right now, it's just like John Coles, what he started with tennis. That will continue, because people like to play for winners. So we're going to get some pretty good athletes playing tennis, thanks to John. And then
football, basketball.
Mike Seltzer with his complete coaching staff. We're going to talk to Mike tomorrow for a little bit on 9:25.
Very good man, Mike is.
Well, he surrounded himself with some very good people.
Good people. That's the whole deal. You got people. Dan Gamble.
Yeah.
They won their game last night against Baltimore.
Yeah.
He's got good people.
Yeah. But anyway, being that said, Mike's going to have some great years ahead of him. He's got some really good athletes coming up, and I can't mention them all. I did a couple, but that's unfair to the other ones, too, because he's got some really good linemen coming up. And the kids are getting bigger, too. The Routley boy, holy Lord, he's 6 foot tall. He's only in 7th grade, 6th grade, and he's a big lineman.
The average size was 5'9" when I was young, believe it or not, and now 175 pounds. Now they're 6'7", 350 pounds.
Yeah, but you know, all our athletic programs right now at Big Rapids are looking real good. The concern I have out there at the football field, and Pete knows this, folks, and we're going to bring it up to the school board's attention. We need another outlet at that high school. We only have the one in and out right now. That was okay back when we were a small Class B, but we're getting more students out there. We're getting more activity out there. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a spot a couple Saturdays ago. They had football, little guys playing on the football field all day long, so they had people from out of town coming and going. I know I'm boring everybody with this, but then they had a tennis match going too. And
I was out there both times.
Yeah,
I was there.
It was full. There was not a spot. They were parking on the grass.
They need more handicap parking, and I agree with you, Pat.
We need parking and going out to 220th. We need an outlet there, because if something happened, which you say it never will, well, every day it seems like there's a shooting at a school, and we sure to hell don't hope that happens to us. But if we only got one way out, that's pretty dangerous. That's a liability there. So I think, folks, if you want to get a hold of your members of the school board, let them know how you feel about it.
Well, I used to be against it because that's commercial property.
Sure. Yeah.
All the way to the church. We own quite a bit of the property there, all of it, in fact.
Yeah.
But I can see everybody's point, and they're swaying me over that I really believe they need another road. But, you know, everything's expensive, Pat. Everything is very, very expensive. Now, if you could come out there with your backhoe, maybe dig it and put gravel on it, maybe we could do something. But
well, if you didn't have to go through all the engineering cost and all that, I'm sure we can get people locally. You have Morning Stars, you have Myers, you have, Brad Luban, he does that kind of road work. So we got people right here in the community who can go out there and engineer it themselves. A common farmer could come in and say, no, water goes downhill, so put it up here and then have your driveway, good ditch there, all the way out to Resurrection Life. I've got a couple different proposals, but we really have to get on that.
A lot of wetlands there, Pat, and we spent well over $1 million on our site development out there.
Yeah,
I think it might have been closer to $2 million.
Yeah,
and
they get too much money. You don't need a site.
Well, it's state. You just can't go.
I know.
It's got to be all state approved.
I'm a Donald Trump guy.
I know.
Buck that system. Well, listen, Bob, why don't you thank our sponsors again? And I don't know if there's anything else to say. I think we bored them long enough.
No, I don't think so. Bob's sitting right there. Where are you, Bob? Maybe he went in to get some coffee.
Yeah, maybe he did, yeah.
So we got to keep talking.
Probably out smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, no, I don't think he smokes.
No?
No.
Okay.
Maybe a little joy juice, but I don't know. I don't really know.
Well, it was great talking to John Coles today, and then, like I say, tomorrow on the sports program.
Class act.
I think we have
act.
the soccer coach coming from Ferris, the girls' soccer coach.
And here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. Bob had to go get some coffee.
And we're going to have him on, but I didn't tell Brian, but at 9:25 I'd like to touch in with a coach from Big Rapids Cardinals football, talk about last week's game and this week's game, and that'll only take about 10 minutes maybe. And then maybe we'll call John Coles, Carson, and maybe Jaquel.
That'd be good.
Like that.
That'd be very nice.
Yep.
Very nice.
So we have a great show coming tomorrow, Wednesday at 9 to 10 with Brian Miller. And Bob will be here with us.
Yeah.
I guess that's about it, Bob. I just, in closing, I'd like to say thank the Lord Jesus Christ for letting us get up this morning. Good to see Pete at 86 years old. He's doing great.
86?
But I just I wish, and I know it's not going to happen, but I wish and pray that we get up every morning and just thank God that we have our own teeth. Well, some do, and we take that breath in the morning, and we have a good bowel movement in the morning, and you can urinate good. I mean, these are just the things that we take for granted, but really, if those things plug up, we're in the world of what? Big time. I can't say it on the radio, can I, Bob? No. But I had another speech written by Dom Theodore that I couldn't find on my phone, but Dom did a very nice tribute to Charlie Kirk, too, and I think we should play that. But unfortunately, I can't find the darn thing. And there's just been a lot of talking about that, and I think it continues. I hope it continues. We just need everyone to get along. All colors, all nations, all Christians come together, right? Yep. All right. So here, what you gonna do when the well runs dry? This is Randy Baumick. Just text me. Everybody knows Randy Baumick, Smith man here in town. He wants me to sing this to him. It goes like this. What you gonna do when the well runs dry, honey? What you gonna do when the well runs dry, babe? What you gonna do when the well runs dry? Sit around and cry, 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 cry. What you gonna do when the well runs dry, honey? That's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah, there you go.
That's Randy Baumick's favorite song. He's a Dallas Cowboy guy. Just talk a few minutes about the Lions.
Wow,
I just want to reach out and congratulate Doug Rand. I don't know, there's a lot of Lions fans in Big Rapids, but I don't think anybody's a bigger fan than old Doug Rand from Science Bar and Grill. They're sponsors of our sports show tomorrow.
Yep.
He slept good last night. Yeah. I'm sure that. Did you watch the game, Bob?
I watched just the end of it.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
How about you, Pete?
I watched it all.
I didn't watch any of it, but I got up this morning early at 5 and turned on my sports channel here, and it said the Lions won. What a big game, huh?
The defense was incredible, so was the offense.
Yeah, Kim Wells said it's probably the best game, and Kim Wells is an analyst. I don't know if you guys knew this on sports. He said that it's probably the best game they've ever played, ever. And,
he's right.
And I tell you, I value Kim's opinion because he's a very successful entrepreneur himself and
sharpest young man.
Sports analyst. I'd like to have him on the radio someday.
He won't.
Talk about.
He won't.
No, he gets too much money. Yeah. He wants too much money.
Where's my money?
Station. We owe you, but we got a lot of guys that know sports, like Bill Shively. He'll tell you who's the best out there, and Dan Spadowski, he likes Dallas Cowboys.
Spudman.
Randy Vetter loves the Green Bay Packers. In fact, his dad bought him a ticket for last week's game or the week before.
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
they
he
played
went over.
against Detroit.
Yes, they did. That's
Played
right. It
against
was Detroit and Green Bay. He went to that game, and of course he had
First game of the season.
bragging rights on that. Yeah, but he said he went over on the boat, had a great trip. Daddy paid for it all. His dad has done well and is taking care of his son Randy.
Well, again,
I'm
pray
only
for his
joking.
dad because
Yeah,
he's
Don,
in hospice. Yeah.
great guy. Yeah, I met him. I bought his trailer. Bought a trailer from him years ago. Yeah, real nice guy, stronger than an ox. Yeah,
Randy knows everything. He really is very smart. He, you know.
I don't know about that.
No, he is. He knows a little bit about everything. And he
well, he
knows
ought to
jokes.
be. He's kind of like you. He's a salesman.
Yeah, he knows stuff that I can't even remember.
Yeah, we got to get him on here one of these days too.
He won't come on either.
No, too much money. They want too much money.
There you go.
All right, we're blabbing too much.
Yeah.
Let's get over with this.
Yeah.
Let's,
So we should also mention the Ferris State Bulldogs. You know, that's the kind of game I like. Where
when they
there's
win
no
76 to nothing.
63 to 6, Bob.
No, it's 78 to nothing or whatever.
Was that what it was?
Yeah.
78 to nothing?
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank Zach Wells, Pennzoil, auto repair down there. He does a lot of work down there, and he does it himself. He's got a great crew changing oil down there. They do a really nice job. He's always busy, and that tells you right there why they're successful. They do a great job. Gilbert's Carpet, Tom and George and wives down there, south end of town. Great people. They sponsor a lot of good things, don't they, Bob?
Yeah, they sure do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're really behind the veterans.
The veterans
in
and the
Big
first
Rapids.
responders, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And Wenger Insurance, Seth just built a new house and put a pool in, so he needs
Nice.
some more business. If you're looking for
Chlorine
insurance
ain't
quote.
cheap, yeah.
Yeah, he needs the money, so get a hold of Seth. He's from Baldwin and Big Rapids. And then Barrington Firearms Training Center. Casey and Cal do a great job over there. DW2 Drywall, Rocket Right. Well, Dale, he's a cancer survivor and just a great guy. He's a very giving guy. He does a great job, so we love Dale. Paris Auto Sales of Big Rapids. How do you beat those guys?
Yep.
Huh?
Yep,
I mean,
absolutely.
you know, a
Just
lot of-
opened the new lot, you know.
yeah, but I was telling my
Bagel
wife
and
just the
steak.
other day, Steve Kuzmano and Boyd Brower there, they're the kind of unsung heroes of Big Rapids. They don't get out in spotlight. They're not in the paper for what they do behind the scenes. Boyd does a lot of good for a lot of people out there, finding that right car for them. Don't over budget them. You know,
Yep.
puts them in a car that they can afford to and backs it up after the sale. But
They're
Steve,
in every Thursday here with Kyle.
oh, okay, well,
Called
they get
Kicking
it.
Tires. They got a show after.
Well,
11
he was
o'clock.
taught well. Stevie was taught well by his dad, Jim Kuzmano,
Yeah.
who passed away.
He was a good friend of yours. Yeah.
And
His
he'd always
mother-
say,
his mother was a great
he
lady.
always said hi, doc, to everybody.
Yeah, because he
And I
didn't
said,
know their name.
You just stole my thunder.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Well, I wanted to move along because we only got 9 minutes. But Steve, I just want to say, folks, if you do see him, if you're looking for a car, try to buy it from Paris Auto. Give them their best shot anyway, because he's invested in this community. I just want to say he's on the north end of Big Rapids, almost across from the Volker Brothers. And then he has another location at State and Maple. That used to be the old White Elephant. My dad had it back in 1948. That's where my dad started his first gas station, 1948. That's Paris Auto Sales now. And then the other place he's got that a lot of people don't realize, but man, he's done a really nice job fixing it up for yous that remember, and for yous that don't, it was OK Tire. Johnny Teal had it for years. Johnny was from up in the Reed City area.
Bought tires there, Pat.
OK Tire, yeah, that sign was there for a long, long time. But anyway, Steve Kuzmano has bought that building a few years back, and if you go by there, it's right across the street from Mike's Windows on State Street on the west side. It's beautiful. He
He
resided
details
it.
cars in there. That's what he does.
Yeah,
Details
details. Yeah,
cars.
but a lot of people don't know that. But anyway, he did a nice job in that building. What I'm trying to say is thank you, Steve Kuzmano, for believing
In
and
Big
investing in
Rapids.
Big
Yeah,
Rapids.
yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you. And then we have Janowitz Family Funeral Home. Alec down there, he's from Clare area. Nope. Monk Janowitz.
Among Janowitz, yeah.
Oh my God, Bob. Well, those two, I'm going to tell you, they're both great people.
I'm sure they talk to each other. You know.
Yeah, they are. They're both
They're
young.
not enemies. They're not
High
enemies. They're
energy.
big
No,
enough.
I know, but I'm stupid, as everybody knows. Michigan ADNAS, you know who that is. Jason Rakoff,
Yep.
big red barn out there north of town. Great people up there. You can do it all from the back bumper to the front bumper. There's nothing Jason crew out there can't do. But getting back to Monk Janowitz.
That's it.
Melissa,
Thank
wonderful lady, very professional. She's not a coach, but she's a great mother.
There you go.
A great wife, a great community member of both Remus and Big Rapids. That's undertaking a lot, and plus raising those little kids. Just a great person. Comes from great parents, obviously. But thank you very much for everything you do, Melissa. All right, that's it, Bob. It's
All right.
5 minutes to 10,
Yep.
and it's fitting that we close 5 minutes early because we started 5 minutes late.
That's it.
So that's 10 minutes
that works out somehow.
that people didn't have to listen to us. But anyway, God bless America. God bless you folks out there. And remember, hate never is a good thing, but love can change somebody's mind, and love can change somebody's day. Give it. Bye-bye.
After decades of satisfied customers, Paris Auto Sales is still your trusted used car center of Big Rapids. So if you've been driving the same vehicle for what seems like decades, come on down to Paris Auto Sales and get yourself a new ride today. Now with 2 locations to better serve you. Trucks, cars, SUVs, big or small, and everything in between. That's Paris Auto Sales. Their team has the experience to get you financed and get you into the vehicle you